Good evening. I would like to call the order of City of West Bend Board of Public Works. We have two items on the agenda. Item number one is approval of regular meeting February 17th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Alderman Allen, second. Alderman Schmidt. Any corrections? There are none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number two, order for removal and replacement of sidewalks under contract 2504. Good evening, Max.
Thank you. This is an order to remove and replace or repair sidewalks. This one is for our annual sidewalk contract. We had previous orders earlier this year for our contracts on Kilbourne and 3rd Avenue and their contract on Edgewood. This one is for sidewalk replacement throughout the entire city, not specifically along a particular project. So this is a similar order so that we can proceed with doing the share cost with the property owners on the slabs that qualify. There is one address on this order that will be done under the 3rd Avenue contract, the Kilbourne and 3rd, because that address is within that project area. But the process to order the properties is the same. So we recommend the board and council approve the order.
Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Alderman Allen, second. Alderman Sicer. Oh, okay, Aaron, thank you. Any questions for Max? There are none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you,
you.
Max. Being no further business before the Board of Public Works, I adjourn.
I call to order a meeting of the Finance Committee. We have 7 items on the agenda this evening. The first is the approval of the minutes from the Finance Committee regular meeting on February 17th.
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you, Alderman Allen and Alderman Schmidt. Any corrections, additions, deletions? There being none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Second item, accept funds from Washington County Municipal Radio Grant Program. Welcome, Chief.
Good evening. On February 19th, Captain Grinwald submitted paperwork to the Public Safety Committee, was considered on the 19th, for access to their public radio grant fund. Several years ago, they allocated money set aside for additional radios to be purchased by municipalities, fire departments, public works and police throughout the county radio system. We applied for a grant for $43,000. That covers, you'll be shocked, doesn't cover a lot. Covers 4 portable radios, which are walkie-talkies, and 2 mobile radios for the squads. These are for our 4 new positions that this body approved in our 2025 budget, our additional K-9 squad, and we're going to hold one of our cars that we normally send to auction with the additional officers. We're trying to be efficient with our use and hold an additional squad for use. So we're 2 mobiles into the squads and 4 portables for our new officers. Asking that you accept the funds. The $43,000, once accepted, we'll send the paperwork to the county. They've reached out to Captain Grinwald earlier today saying the funds are available and waiting your approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Allen and Alderman Butchlick. Any questions for Chief? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Next item is a resolution authorizing the appropriation of funds, DNR Urban Forestry Grant. Welcome, Mike.
Good evening, everyone. Excuse me. Recently, we received the reimbursement for the 2024 Urban Forestry Grant. This evening, our department is requesting that we transfer those funds from a revenue account to an expenditure account to offset the costs of our tree planting contract for 2024, and any of the remaining funds would be carried forward for 2025 contracts.
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you, Alderman Allen and Alderman Schmidt. Any questions for Mike? Alderman Allen.
Mike, is this the last of the Emerald Ash Borer project, or?
Emerald, yes and no. We have not replaced all of our trees that were removed because of emerald ash borer. Part of that is some of the residents just don't want those trees, replaced, things like that. We are still behind. If you look at our street tree inventory of what we had before emerald ash borer to current. We actually have less trees out there today than what we did at that point in time. But with our tree planting contract, it's going to be an ongoing process for years. Some of the components are free street trees, which that's kind of our emerald ash borer replacement program, when people are ready to have their trees replaced. And the other component is our tree surety aspect. When you have new residential developments, part of that developer's agreement is the developer pays for the trees. Once the houses are built and the driveways are in and everything's the final grade, then we go ahead and plant those trees. The developer doesn't have to do that. So those are the components of our planting program. And the grant money that we're talking about tonight would support the tree surety the free street tree aspect of that contract.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a question.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, Alderman Sparts.
Is that, that's DNR money, is that the source of that from the state or from the feds? Do you know, I mean,
It's state funding.
it's obviously through this,
John, where the DNR gets it, I have no idea.
okay, that's kind of what I was wondering.
It's a state DNR urban forestry grant. Where they get the funding, I
Sounds good,
Any other questions?
appreciate it.
There being none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Next item is a resolution authorizing the sale and appropriation of funds of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry Department surplus equipment.
Recently, we sold at auction the old swim raft in Regner Park that we had at the pond. This was part of the Aqua Park project, sell that raft off, use those revenues towards the Aqua Park project. This evening, we are requesting to transfer those funds. Those funds come in sale of public property into a revenue account. We need them transferred to an expenditure account to use for that project.
Any questions for Mike? All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you very much,
Thank
Mike.
you.
We missed the motion.
Yeah,
Oh, did I miss the motion?
yep.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Second. Thank you. Alderman Allen, Alderman Zingsheim, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye,
Motion carries yet again. Thank you very much for that procedural interjection. Next item, item number 5, reimbursable agreement, We Energies for aerial drive. Is that something?
I can do it, John. So, if you recall, a meeting or two ago, the city created right-of-way at the airport for the newly created airport hangar parcels, one of which is currently under construction. This roadway reimbursement agreement is an agreement with We Energies for them. They are installing the gas and electric lines in the right-of-way. They are very wary, especially with smaller developments like this, or smaller, two-lot lines, of having the right-of-way relocated and having to pay to relocate the utilities. So we have a roadway reimbursement agreement, which basically says for a period of 20 years, we would pay to relocate. If we cause it to be moved, after that, they would revert to the statutory requirements where they would pay if there's a public safety purpose for it.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Allen and Alderman Butchlick. Any questions? All those in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6 is the preliminary 2024 general fund results. Welcome, Carrie.
Good evening. I hope you got a chance to review both the general fund revenues and the general fund expense reports that I had attached. These are preliminary figures as our annual audit began today. Overall, we ended the year with a preliminary net surplus of $643,475 in the general fund. One key note is that interest revenue was over budget in 2024 due to the market and higher interest rates. And unfortunately, our health insurance claims ended up being over budget in 2024 just because of our funding. So at the end of 2024, our projected undesignated fund balance compared to the 2025 budget will be at the 28.06%. This is still within our policy. GFOA recommends a minimum of 17%. Last year, we had 36.68% as our overall percentage, and the decrease is mainly a result of the commitment of the $2.2 million for the use of the undesignated fund balance to purchase the land for the new Fire Station 1. So I had to show it committed. So that's the major change of it. Does anyone have any questions at all?
Yes, please, go
Motion
ahead.
to approve.
Do we need to take a motion on this? This is simply a report out.
Yeah, this
correct?
is a report.
Report only?
Yep.
Okay.
Are there any questions for Carrie? Wonderful, thank you very much for that. Then we'll move on to item number 7, a resolution approving carry forward appropriations from 2024 to 2025.
Great.
Mo-
I had attached a list of the general fund and also the other funds, one for debt service fund, one for the bid, one for communications, one for American Rescue Plan, and also one for the taxi fund. Again, the preliminary audit is still pending. We are using a bit of undesignated funds just because we didn't have enough surplus to cover all the carry forwards in the general fund. So, but that's, again, all included in the prior presentation that I did.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Allen and Alderman Zingsheim. Any questions for Carrie? There being none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you very much, Carrie. With no further business before the Finance Committee, I adjourn as chair.
Good evening. It's Monday, March 3rd, 2025, and this is a meeting of the Common Council of the City of West Bend. More than 24 hours in advance of tonight's meeting, notice of the time, place, date, and subject matter of the meeting was posted in accordance to Wisconsin State Statutes. Lisa, can you confirm this meeting is properly posted?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. I invite you to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. We recognize a quorum of our Common Council tonight. Alderman Berquist is excused absent tonight, and you can see Alderman Sparts joining us on the teleconference. Thank you for joining in, John. Our first item of business is approval of the Common Council regular meeting minutes from February 17th, 2025.
Motion,
Go ahead, Al.
go.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Butchlick and Alderwoman Sizer. Any comments, questions, corrections? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to a presentation tonight, an oath of office for firefighter EMT Mikhail Madaus. Did I say your name right? All right, good. Chief, come on up.
Tonight, we'd like to welcome Mikhail Madaus. He comes to us from Sun Prairie. He is a 6th-generation firefighter, so long lineage there. He went to school in Sun Prairie. When he was a senior, he actually he got into a program called the Next Generation Program at METC, where they actually go to fire school. So he started at a very young age for this career. Since then, he has gone to paramedic school down in Rockford, Illinois, just finishing lately. He was hired by us on February 24th. And since he's been with us, he's passed his national registry, which is...
Good for you.
We're just awaiting his Wisconsin license. So with him tonight is... Who's with you? My dad, Madaus, and my girlfriend, Mariah. Thanks for making the trip down here, this special event. So, welcome.
Dad, feel free to stand up and be wherever you want to take your pictures and videos and things.
See you. All right, if you want to stay there. Okay, raise your right hand for me. Repeat after me, please. I state your name,
I, Mikhail,
having been appointed
having been appointed
as firefighter, emergency medical technician
as firefighter emergency medical technician
in the city of West Bend,
in the city of West Bend,
Washington County,
Washington County,
swear that I will support
swear I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
the Constitution of the state of Wisconsin,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of said office
the duties of said office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, Mikhail.
Welcome to West Bend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Report that with this hire, we brought the fire department to full staffing and a long-term goal and hard to meet goal. Until we do the Safer 9, we are now at full staffing.
All right,
Okay.
very good. Welcome aboard. We'll move on to our consent agenda tonight. You can see items 3 through 8 listed in your packet there, and I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you, Alderman Zingsheim and Alderman Allen. Any comments, questions, discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on to reports tonight. Our library board report, I assume we'll do next time.
It's Brett.
And how about our bid strategic plan committee?
Bid Strategic Planning Committee met on the 26th of February. We reviewed the results of a survey of both property owners and business owners. In other words, the two constituencies the bid supports. Found some commonalities, some items that we're going to be moving forward with some possible changes and so on. So it was a good meeting.
Good. Any questions for Mark? We'll do our Parks and Rec Commission meeting on March 17th. City Administrator, anything to report tonight?
Well, I'll just jump in regarding Bachfest that occurred this is the second year that it happened, so Bachfest 2025, the weather was a little different this year, but still, just over 1,000 attendees. Wanted to thank the Parks Department, Communications Administration, Police and Fire really had a hand in making it a great success and welcoming so many people. We don't have all the stats on how many states have been represented and where folks are all came from, but wanted to share with you that 1,010, we sold more than 1,000 tickets, but just over 1,000 attendees came through the gate and really corrected a bunch of stuff that we needed to work on after the last year's event, and it was a smashing success. So the survey is going to go out yet this evening to all the 1,000 participants, and we'll get some feedback and try to keep working on it, make it a better event for next year. But just wanted to share that with everybody.
Great, thank you. Any Alderperson reports tonight?
Can I just do a follow-up on Bachfest?
Yeah, please.
It was a lot of fun. Thanks the city and the police and the fire and everybody who helped, but I'll just tell a quick story. I was talking with a couple and the gentleman had come to town from Green Bay on business on Thursday, heard about Bachfest, called his wife. She drove down from Green Bay on Friday, and they were staying until Sunday and having a blast. So
Great,
it's great. It was great. It was a lot of fun, and they appreciated it.
awesome, thank you. Any other announcements tonight?
Just a
ahead, Matt.
special shout out to the volunteers from our fire department that made the fires, tended the fires, kept everybody safe from the pokers that they had to put in your beer. Without their participation and support of that event, it doesn't come off as the event it is, and it was a little bit cooler, so it was nice to have some warm fires from time to time.
Yeah, it's great. I got an invitation to Papa John's Pizza this coming Wednesday that is extended to all of you as well at noon. They're having a pizza anniversary type event, ribbon cutting. So if you'd like to join Papa John's, they would love to have you on Wednesday at noon this week. That's my only announcement. We do have an item that may be appropriate for closed session tonight, so I will read the motion and entertain the motion to adjourn into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 19.851C, which is considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, namely the interim administrator position.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Alderman Sternig and Alderman Allen. Is there any comments, questions, discussion, any concern on going into closed session on this item? Ian informed me there was a little case law that was put out a little while ago that was dealing with going into closed session. And so that'll be something that I will ask and that make sure that there's opportunity for discussion or objection, if you will, in going into closed session. So that's why I asked that tonight. I will call the roll. Alderman Allen.
Aye.
Alderman Sternig.
Aye.
Alderman Butchlick.
Aye.
Alderman Zingsheim.
Aye.
Alderman Sparts.
Yes, aye.
Alderman Schmidt.
Aye.
And Alderwoman Sizer.
Aye.
Great, thank you. We will adjourn into closed session, and I anticipate that we will come back from closed session and close our meeting in the open public again. So we're in closed session. Thank you. All right, thanks, John. We are convened back into open session now. Again, a meeting of our Common Council on March 3rd, 2025.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Timothy Deering as interim city administrator effective April 5th.
Second.
There's a motion and a second, Alderman Sternig, and a second by Alderman Zingsheim. And this is to appoint Chief Tim Deering as our interim administrator effective April 5th, 2025. Any comments, questions, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. That's the end of our meeting tonight. I appreciate you all being here, and our meeting is adjourned. Thank you.